Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Home of Politics, my good people. I'm very pleased to have you in this channel. I thank you for your continuous support. Let us continue like that so that we can grow together, get informed, and updated in all the trending news available in our environment. Thank you for tuning. Ladies and gentlemen, of late, two people who have not been closely together and separated because of politics is Raila Odinga and Jimi Wanjigi, that businessman who is being called billionaire or I don't know who. Those are the people who have had a close meeting of about 2 hours, and it's really surprising to see that these people who parted ways due to political interest are now together. And so Jimi Wanjigi and Raila Odinga parted ways in 2022, but they had a long political history. And whenever you see two enemies coming together or reuniting, just know that something is cooking behind it, or they are coming together because of some agreement whereby every party is having its own interest, or a win-win situation will occur at the end of it all. And so we see Jimi Wanjigi joined ODM in 2018, and they have been together throughout 2018 up to 2022, where Jimi Wanjigi has been very committed to support Raila Odinga in demonstration, in court cases, in rallies, any important function that required money. Jimi Wanjigi offered or sacrificed financially to support ODM because he was also a member of ODM, and behind his mind he knew he is going to secure a very good position for himself in that ODM, but things turned out differently at the end of the story. And so because these two people had agreed to come together, the driving factor behind their union was personal interest. And so the personal interest behind it was Raila pretended that he will not appear on the ballots come 2022, and so he only wanted to be supported by people like Jimi Wanjigi so that he can re-emerge at the end of it all to be a presidential candidate. And that is what happened. On the other side of Jimi Wanjigi, he took advantage of Raila declaring that he will not appear in the ballot come 2022. And he knew that since he has been spending a lot on ODM, and he is the potential candidate from Mount Kenya, not having any other competitor from Mount Kenya who is strong like Jimi Wanjigi, maybe, according to his mind, he will possibly appear in the ballot either as a presidential candidate or a deputy presidential candidate, just as it will arrange itself. But this turned out to be very annoying on the side of Wanjigi, because he was just like a dog from ODM, where he ended up joining Safina Party, and he was given a presidential ticket, but he lost it during the nomination when the IEBC did not verify him as a suitable candidate only because he lacked a degree. And by that time they had not been seen together, but guess what? Their reunion has been seen of late. And what might be the reason of these fellas coming together? There might be very important points behind it, but before we do that, guys, subscribe if you have not subscribed, like the video, and also share it widely. My good people, first of all, the first reason, there's no any permanent enemy in politics. People can disagree after 2 years, 2 months, 2 days. You find them working together for the interest of future politics, or for the interest of individuals who are playing this politics. And so the reunion just tells us that even if Raila Odinga had to kick out Jimi Wanjigi, for Jimi Wanjigi to ditch ODM for another party, then this does not mean that these two fellas existing on earth will never become friends or help each other. It just tells us that there is no permanent enmity in politics, because we need each other or different ideas so that we can survive on this planet. Another reason is that maybe Raila Odinga is targeting the support from Wanjigi, because we know he is a businessman, he got money, and he can support ODM or Azimio at large financially. And so the issue of the reunion, maybe it is to get financial support from Jimi Wanjigi, just as he has been funding ODM since 2018 up to 2022 March, when these people disagreed and parted ways. Although Raila Odinga has been receiving support from Uhuru Kenyatta and other people in Azimio, including governors who are affiliated to ODM, this might not be enough, because he is starting a new year, 2024. He needs financial support to organize every event that will run across this 1 year period of time, whereby you remember in December he had planned demonstration need money, funds, for people to organize rallies, to move across the nation, to cater for any other function, or to bring close people, for these leaders to communicate to their supporters. They need money, they need fund. And so maybe apart from the support that Raila Odinga is getting from Uhuru Kenyatta, Azimio governors and other supporters within Azimio la Umoja, Jimi Wanjigi might be another ideal person who can finance Raila Amolo Odinga. And so seeing the two fellas together tells us that Raila is just trying to intensify his territories for more things to happen in this 2024. We got another reason, maybe the reason that we are seeing Jimi Wanjigi and Raila Odinga together is that perhaps Raila Odinga has lured Jimi Wanjigi to join politics again, to work together with Raila Odinga, because of a good token of appreciation that has been prepared by Raila Odinga maybe in future. And they have maybe prepared a goal that will bring benefit to these two individuals. Maybe Jimi Wanjigi will play a very big political role in the coming future, maybe 2027, whereby after Jimi Wanjigi may be supporting Raila Odinga starting from 2024, maybe he will be given a big share or a good amount of appreciation from Raila Odinga and his party, or he might be securing another hidden seat that cannot be disclosed right now, because the support should be mutual, whereby after I do this, you should also reward me with this amount or this quantity or this gift. And so that is the agreement between these two people. Another strategic thing we see, Jimi Wanjigi is from Mount Kenya, and in 2022 elections, Raila did not have a big support from Mount Kenya. Although people might think that Uhuru Kenyatta supported Raila Odinga 100% to win the interest of Mount Kenya people, but truly speaking, there is no politician who sacrificed 100% for Raila Odinga's support in 2022. This is because when you look at the suitable candidate that Raila Odinga had picked from Mount Kenya, this one is, the running mate was Martha Karua. Martha Karua had zero influence on Mount Kenya. We also had this leader called Jeremiah Kioni, who also failed terribly, where he had contested as an MP and he did not bring any influence to Raila Odinga. The only remaining person was Maina Njenga, and Maina Njenga was not interested in vying in any seat. And so this was a loss to Raila Odinga, because Martha Karua did not bring anything on the table. Other leaders had just forsaken his side, and Uhuru Kenyatta, being the president who is retiring, could not convince, like he could not have any power to bring all the votes to Raila Odinga. And so it can be strategic for Raila Odinga right now to start looking for leaders who are strong, maybe financially, politically, like Jimi Wanjigi, and also who has shown interest in vying for a seat. For example, when Wanjigi was in ODM, he was hoping that he can be a presidential candidate or a running mate for those two cases, but all of which failed, and he went to Safina Party. And so Jimi Wanjigi here can play an important role. And finally, the reason for these people maybe being seen together, it is to bring down the affordable housing and high taxation of Kenya Kwanza government. We all know that during the last speech that Raila Odinga gave out, he really insisted on the issue of lowering the taxation, and he threatened the government that if this will not be looked into it as a serious matter, he's going to plan demonstration come in January. The same sentiments were echoed by Jimi Wanjigi, because he said he supports demonstrations because it is in the constitution, and he supports the issue of Raila Odinga going to the street because of high taxation. And so when you relate those two statements of Jimi Wanjigi and Raila Odinga, it tells us that the agenda is one. Maybe they want to team up with the financial support of Jimi Wanjigi to bring down, or to at least to have one judge who will be their judge, whom maybe they can bribe, or whom can stand in their gap when it comes to blocking the issue of affordable housing and high taxation. I don't know about your opinion. This is just my analysis. Send me your ideas in the comment section if you have a contrary opinion. For now, have a good day.